In addressing the question of who invented the incandescent lamp, historians list 22 inventors of incandescent lamps prior to Joseph Swan and Thomas Edison. They conclude that Edison's version was able to outstrip the others because of a combination of three factors: an effective incandescent material, a higher vacuum than others were able to achieve, and a higher resistance that made power distribution from a centralized source economically viable. In 1802, Humphrey Davy created the first incandescent light by passing the current through a thin strip of platinum, chosen because the metal had an extremely high melting point. In 1835, James Bowman Lindsay demonstrated a constant electric light at a public meeting in Dundee, Scotland. He stated that he could read a book at a distance of 1.5 feet. In 1840, British scientist Warren de Laru enclosed a coiled platinum filament in a vacuum to pass an electric current through it. In 1841, Frederick de Millines of England was granted the first patent for an incandescent lamp, with a design using platinum wires contained within a vacuum bulb. In 1845, American John W. Starr acquired a patent for his incandescent light bulb involving the use of carbon filaments. His invention was never produced commercially. In 1851, Jean Eugene Robert-Houdin publicly demonstrated incandescent light bulbs on his estate in Bleu, France. In 1872, Russian Alexander Ladygin invented an incandescent light bulb and obtained a Russian patent in 1874. With the help of Charles Stern, an expert on vacuum pumps, in 1878, Joseph Swan developed a method of processing that avoided the early bulb blackening. On December 1878, a lamp using a slender carbon rod was shown by Swan at a meeting of the Newcastle Chemical Society. On November 4, 1879, Thomas Edison filed for a U.S. patent for an electric lamp using a carbon filament or strip coiled and connected to platina contact wires. Edison and his team later discovered that a carbonized bamboo filament could last more than 1,200 hours. The United States Patent Office gave a ruling 8 October 1883 that Edison's patents were based on the prior art of William Sawyer and were invalid. Eventually, on 6 October 1889, a judge ruled that Edison's electric light improvement claim for a filament of carbon of high resistance was valid.